If I told you there's a way to naturally boost your intimacy, energy, and connection without pills, gimmicks, or awkward conversations, would you want to know what it is? Because what I'm about to share with you is changing the game for men everywhere. Welcome back to Prime Health Lab, where we break down real, science-backed strategies to help you perform at your peak, mentally, physically, and yes, intimately. Today, we're diving into the hottest new intimacy methods that are safe, effective, and rooted in actual science. If you're here because you want to level up your confidence and connection, you're in the right place. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we're just getting started with content that's going to transform how you approach your health. Let's start with something most guys don't realize. Your intimacy, your drive, your performance, it all starts way before the bedroom. It starts with how your body is functioning every single day. And one of the most powerful, science-backed methods gaining serious attention right now is what's called metabolic optimization. Now, I know that sounds technical, but stick with me because this is simpler than you think. Your metabolism isn't just about burning calories or losing weight. It's about how efficiently your body produces energy at the cellular level. And when your cells are firing on all cylinders, everything improves. Your stamina, your mood, your hormones, and yes, your intimacy. The problem is, most men are walking around with sluggish metabolisms due to poor sleep, high stress, processed foods, and lack of movement. And when your metabolism slows down, so does everything else. So how do you fix it? First, you need to understand that your mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses inside your cells, are responsible for creating the energy your body needs. When they're healthy, you feel strong, focused, and energized. When they're not, you feel tired, foggy, and disconnected. One of the easiest ways to boost mitochondrial health is through something called intermittent fasting. This isn't about starving yourself. It's about giving your body a break from constant digestion so it can focus on repair and energy production. Studies have shown that intermittent fasting can increase testosterone levels, improve insulin sensitivity, and enhance blood flow, all of which are critical for intimacy. You don't need to fast for days. Even a 12 to 16-hour window where you're not eating, say from 8 p.m. to noon the next day, can make a massive difference. Your body gets a chance to reset, your hormones stabilize, and your energy skyrockets. But here's the kicker. It's not just about when you eat, it's about what you eat. If you're breaking your fast with sugary cereals or processed junk, you're defeating the purpose. Instead, focus on whole foods, eggs, lean meats, healthy fats like avocado and nuts, and plenty of vegetables. These foods provide the raw materials your body needs to produce hormones, build muscle, and maintain healthy blood flow. And let's talk about blood flow for a second because this is where a lot of guys struggle. Healthy circulation is absolutely essential for intimacy. If your arteries are clogged with plaque from years of poor diet, or if you're dealing with inflammation, your body can't deliver oxygen and nutrients where they need to go. The good news is you can improve this naturally. Foods rich in nitrates, like beets and leafy greens, help your body produce nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and widens your blood vessels. This means better circulation, better stamina, and better performance. Another game changer is strength training. When you lift weights or do resistance exercises, you're not just building muscle. You're also signaling your body to produce more testosterone and growth hormone. These are the hormones that drive your energy, confidence, and yes, your intimacy. You don't need to spend hours in the gym. 3 to 4 sessions a week, focusing on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and presses, is enough to see real results. And finally, don't underestimate the power of sleep. This is where your body does most of its repair and hormone production. If you're only getting 5 or 6 hours a night, you're sabotaging yourself. It's a natural relaxant that helps your body wind down and recover. Now let's move into something that's absolutely critical but often overlooked: the mind-body connection. You see, intimacy isn't just a physical act, It's deeply psychological, and one of the biggest breakthroughs in recent years is understanding how stress, anxiety, and mental state directly impact your performance. This is where breathwork and nervous system regulation come into play. Your nervous system has two modes: the sympathetic mode, which is your fight or flight response, and the parasympathetic mode, which is your rest and digest response. When you're constantly stressed, rushing through your day, worrying about work or money or relationships, you're stuck in sympathetic mode. Your body is flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. And while that's great if you're running from a bear, it's terrible for intimacy. Why? Because when your body thinks it's in danger, it shuts down non-essential functions. And guess what? Intimacy is considered non-essential when you're in survival mode. Your blood flow gets redirected to your muscles and brain, your digestion slows down, and your sexual function takes a back seat. This is why so many men struggle with performance anxiety. So, how to shift it? The fastest, most effective way is through breath work. And I'm not talking about anything complicated. I'm talking about simple, intentional breathing patterns that signal to your body that it's safe to relax. One of the most powerful techniques is called box breathing. You breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, and hold for 4 counts. Repeat this for 5 minutes, and you'll feel your heart rate slow down, your mind clear, and your body enter that parasympathetic state. Another technique that's gaining massive traction is called resonance breathing. This is where you breathe at a rate of about 5 to 6 breaths per minute. It's slower than normal breathing, and it activates your vagus nerve, which is the main nerve responsible for calming your body down. But here's where it gets really interesting. These breathing techniques don't just help you relax in general. They can be used strategically before intimate moments to help you stay present, calm, and confident. Performance anxiety often comes from being in your head, worrying about how you're doing, whether you're good enough, whether you're going to last long enough. When you practice breathwork, you train your mind to stay in the moment instead of spiraling into worry. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you: cold exposure. Yes, cold showers or ice baths. I know it sounds extreme, but hear me out. Cold exposure is one of the most potent ways to train your nervous system to handle stress. When you expose your body to cold water, it triggers a stress response. Your heart rate spikes, you start breathing faster, and every instinct tells you to get out. But if you stay in and focus on controlling your breath, you're teaching your body that you can remain calm even when things are uncomfortable. This translates directly to intimacy. When you can stay calm under physical stress, you can stay calm under psychological stress. Start small. At the end of your regular shower, turn the water to cold for 30 seconds. Focus on slow, controlled breathing. Over time, you can work up to longer durations. The key is consistency. Even just a few times a week can make a noticeable difference in how you feel and perform. And let's not forget about mindfulness and meditation. I know some guys hear meditation and think it's not for them, but this isn't about sitting cross-legged and chanting. This is about training your attention. When you practice mindfulness, you're learning to focus on what's happening right now instead of getting lost in thoughts about the past or future. This is incredibly valuable for intimacy because being fully present with your partner is one of the most important factors in connection and satisfaction. All right, now we're getting into the cutting-edge stuff. The methods that are being researched right now and showing incredible promise for men's intimacy and vitality. And the first one I want to talk about is pelvic floor training. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that just for women? Absolutely not. Men have pelvic floor muscles too, and strengthening them can dramatically improve your control, stamina, and intensity during intimacy. Your pelvic floor is a group of muscles that sit at the base of your pelvis. They support your bladder, bowel, and sexual organs. When these muscles are weak, you can experience issues like premature finish, difficulty maintaining firmness, or reduced sensation. But when they're strong and well coordinated, you have much better control over your body's responses. You can last longer, you can intensify sensations, and you can even experience stronger finishes. The best part? Training these muscles is simple and can be done anywhere. The most common exercise is called a Kegel. To find these muscles, next time you're urinating, try to stop the flow midstream. Those are your pelvic floor muscles contracting. Now, to train them, you contract those same muscles for 5 seconds, then relax for 5 seconds. Do this 10 to 15 times, 3 times a day. You can do it while you're driving, sitting at your desk, or watching TV. Nobody knows you're doing it. But here's where it gets more advanced. Once you've built a baseline of strength, you can start practicing something called the reverse Kegel. This is where you actively relax and lengthen those muscles instead of contracting them. This is important because during intimacy, being able to relax those muscles on command helps you delay your finish and stay in control. It's a balance between tension and relaxation, and when you master both, you become significantly more skilled at managing your responses. Another technique that's gaining serious attention is red light therapy. This is a form of photobiomodulation where you expose your body to specific wavelengths of red and near-infrared light. These wavelengths penetrate deep into your tissues and stimulate your mitochondria, those cellular powerhouses we talked about earlier. The result is increased energy production, faster recovery, reduced inflammation, and improved circulation. Studies are showing red light therapy can specifically improve sexual health. Some research suggests it can boost testosterone production, enhance blood flow to intimate areas, and even improve tissue health and sensitivity. Now let's talk about something that might sound unconventional, but is backed by solid science. Grounding, also called earthing. This is the practice of making direct physical contact with the Earth's surface, like walking barefoot on grass, sand, or soil. The idea is that the Earth has a natural negative charge, and when you connect with it, you absorb electrons that help neutralize free radicals and reduce inflammation in your body. Multiple studies have shown that grounding can lower cortisol levels, improve sleep quality, reduce pain, and enhance circulation. And better circulation, as we've established, is key for intimacy. Let's also address supplementation, because while food should always be your foundation, there are a few targeted supplements that can give you an edge. The first is L-citrulline. This is an amino acid that your body converts into L-arginine, which then gets converted into nitric oxide. Remember, nitric oxide is what relaxes and widens your blood vessels for better circulation. Studies show that L-citrulline supplementation can improve firmness and stamina. A typical dose is 3 to 6 grams taken about an hour before activity. Another powerful supplement is ashwagandha. This is an adaptogenic herb that's been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years. Modern research shows it can significantly reduce stress and cortisol levels, improve testosterone production, and enhance overall vitality. It's particularly useful if you're dealing with stress-related performance issues. Look for a high-quality extract standardized to contain withanolides and take it consistently for at least a few weeks to see results. Zinc and magnesium are also critical. Many men are deficient in these minerals, and both play essential roles in testosterone production and muscle function. Zinc is involved in hundreds of enzymatic processes in your body, including hormone synthesis. Magnesium helps with relaxation, sleep quality, and muscle recovery. You can get these from food, oysters, and pumpkin seeds for zinc, dark leafy greens, and nuts for magnesium, but supplementation can help if your diet isn't perfect. And finally, let's talk about vitamin D. Most men, especially those who work indoors or live in northern climates, are deficient in vitamin D. This vitamin is actually a hormone precursor, and it's involved in testosterone production, immune function, and mood regulation. Get your levels tested, and if you're low, supplement with vitamin D3 along with vitamin K2 to ensure proper absorption. Aim for levels between 50 and 70 nanograms per milliliter. So there you have it. 3 powerful sections covering metabolic optimization, mind-body connection, and cutting-edge methods for improving your intimacy naturally and safely. The key takeaway here is that your performance, your energy, your confidence, it's all connected. You can't just focus on one area and expect everything else to fall into place. You need a holistic approach that addresses your body, your mind, and your lifestyle. Start with one or two of these strategies. Maybe it's cleaning up your diet and trying intermittent fasting. Maybe it's practicing breathwork before bed. Maybe it's adding pelvic floor exercises to your daily routine. Whatever you choose, commit to it for at least 30 days and pay attention to how you feel. I guarantee you'll notice a difference. And if you found this valuable, do me a favor. Hit that like button, drop a comment letting me know which method you're going to try first, and share this video with a friend who could benefit. We're building a community here at Prime Health Lab of men who are taking control of their health, their energy, and their lives. And remember, subscribe if you haven't already, because we've got so much more coming your way. Stay strong, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next one.
Prime Health Lab is dedicated to men's internal health. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.